This is the Stanley Cup playoffs on EA Sports. Son of Beast and Terry Crews here. This is the postseason of the NHL 25. Hey everybody, Son of Beast and Terry Crews here. This is the Stanley Cup playoffs of the NHL 25 on EA Sports. This is the fourth time that we are about to be doing for our part of the postseason. Due to the seventh of the game commanding as we are population of the long game, we are shortening things up here to do 3 games for the best of 3. For 5 games of each between the East and the West. With that being said, if you don't remember this one, how this happened, the same with the WNBA has been playing with each series for the best of 3 for 5 games. But now at this moment, we're keeping things different here. The same thing that goes with the leave off with best of 4 for games of the conference finals and the Stanley Cup final. But for the first and second round, we're keeping here with 3 games only. For 3 series, best of 3, and 5 games. So at this point, we are shortening things up a little bit to find out what's going to happen. Where we start things here, the Florida Showdown. Now let's get this thing started off. Florida Panthers and the Lightning are ready to take things on for the Stanley Cup playoffs. Since 2020 was the last part of the playoff of this session, Florida Panthers wasn't able to make all that useful, and by 2021 season of the Stanley Cup by those two, by the fight-off between the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Florida Panthers, they played most of the Florida Showdowns from every game. You may remember this from the game of the night if you have recalled it. But now, this is what happens to see what goes on if the team fights in for the win. Florida Panthers, as we have one of our best superstar players to start things off in, and for our head coach is Paul Maurice. Here are the players as we have it right in the range of the zone. Alexander Barkov starts off with a yoink as he breaks his way right toward an Italy defensive stick clips. The possible of this angle doesn't start from here, but as of this moment, it brings things on a great start to make the appearances on their first goal start on his effort. The defensive stick lift is a great way to have a chance. Then Sam Reinhart with a close quarters. And Haley in a close shooting range makes it start to make it struggle to do with any of them. Then Matthew Tkachuk with its tricky zone. It's an elite trick shot, but it never really takes anything. And the starting goaltender is Sergei Bobrovsky. He makes it dialed in with the boost saves when on the roll. Aaron Ekblad with a C and I. Then it's Carter Verhaeghe with the closing quarters. And it's Gustav Forsling with a thunderclap on a great slap shot. Now let's send over to the Tampa Bay Lightning. The other side is John Cooper for the Tampa Bay Lightning head coach. And our starting goaltender is Andrei Vasilevsky. Nikita Kucherov starts off with a tape-to-tape zone. It's a whip-in vision to start that one often from here. Along with that one, he has Victor Hedman, a stick-em-up ability with its defensive stick. Then Braden Point, he does the same, but the closing quarter makes it the same thing just like the Florida Panthers. Then Andrei Vasilevsky has a controltionist on his own board with a wild saves ability. It's great to change it up. And then Jake Goodsell, a snipe starts in with his team on the playoffs. And then we have it across is Brandon Hagel. He makes it an unstoppable force, along with Luke Glendening on a quick drawing faceoff. So the first game starts here at Amalie Arena. As my first commentaries to start for the playoffs of NHL 25, I have it across is Boomer. He's also along with Fan and the center ice. I have a start in range to show how we've got. And a start off for this moment is one of our biggest infamous beasts that will start in with our playoffs of the game. We'll see you all later, everybody, for our post-game show after this. Now let's get the playoffs started. Panthers, Lightning, Florida Showdown starts now. It's our first game here of the Stanley Cup playoffs at Tampa Bay. Hi everybody, I'm Boomer and I'm here with my broadcast partner with fan and center ices into this piece to welcome with our commentary support. First game starts at Eastern Conference. Stanley Cup playoffs begins now. It's the first game, everyone, and we are really super excited to start things off here in Florida. The biggest of all, the Florida showdown between the Panthers and the Lightning. As we start things off here, as Alexander Barkov will start things here as Ayers Braden Point. He's right toward the wing. He'll start off with a great pass here by Goodsell as he looks over to get to Victor Hedman. Victor Hedman passes over to Reddy. It's just side. Hedman still holds on as he will have his team as they get. And there will be a penalty. They'll be on cross-checking on the Panthers. This is starting off very badly, and what happened with that the Victor Hedman was trying to get all of his better use. This effort is not playing into it straight. This is what happens, that they're causing some miscommunication. The strongest skill he had, this is not going to start off really well. Here's Victor Hedman. All along with Nikita Kucherov, finds it to Goodsell. The last touch made by Alexander Barkov. This will be the first
penalty, 2 minutes for cross-checking.
Alexander Barkov on the Panthers. Power play coming up here for the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Your Lightning are on the power play!
Power play coming on for the Tampa Bay Lightning.
The first one's going to start in game 1. That's going to happen with the Florida Panthers as their first penalty kill. There's no option to that. When they don't start
Florida penalty number 16, Alexander Barkov, 2 minutes for cross-checking. Tampa penalty, 19:28 remaining in the first period. That's a penalty on Florida, number 16 on the cross-checking. Tampa penalty, 19:28 remaining in the first period of the playoffs.
Right toward away as we will fire it up when they're on deep. Concalvis will again to Moser as he will now find over again to Reddish. Reddish looks over in the outside, now finding again to Goncalves. Goncalves down the pass. Lundell takes a puck sit. This one will clear the zone out. Around the other way will be Reddish. 1:20 left remaining in the first quarter, and for the power play to give. Cirelli fires seven around deep. Finds Goncalves. Right toward wing, trying to look for some open deep pattern passes. Hedman with a shot, chance at play. Goncalves with the rebound. Goncalves looks to Moser, right toward in the wing as he will now give the pass over to Paul. Makes his way down. Hedman in the backhander on the block shot. This one goes right to the corner of the wall as Cirelli battles for the loose puck. Ekblad takes it over. And a quick stop by Cirelli.
This is really what happens with the Lightning, that they're really trying to do it oftenly. And what it don't matter is, they don't really play that much confidence at all. After being against the New York Rangers by the last postseason, this is what they've really been doing it on the last digit. There's no way to question that of how they were doing this, but they really had it all.
Moser's shot, score! Braden Point will take his first goal of this power play, our first playoff goal of the night.
Look what happens with Braden Point. This is what happens with the deflection as he really makes it in. A redirection right over Bobrovsky. And that's what happens with this playoff, this angle. And for Point, he slashes downward to have this one nice take in. That's the first goal that we're looking for.
J.J. Moser with the assist is right now the Lightning are on the board. There is a 1-0 start in the first period in game 1 of Wally Arena. This is one of our biggest of the takes.
Yes, indeed. I mean, I really say now that this is what happens with Mitchell Chaffee and a team. They've really been pushing their efforts on the mounting.
Cernak slams right to the board. Arkansas with his own rebound. Now finds it again to McDonough as he rolls to Glendening. Glendening rolls again to McDonough as he will now try to give to Atkinson. Atkinson rolls it in, now finding it to Glendening. Glendening looks over to Cernak. Took a smash hit here as Florida Panthers will regain a group. Here's Matthew Tkachuk. He will make his way right toward the other wing. Rodriguez on a shot. Set by Vasilevsky. Tkachuk shot. Transfer foul. That's a 2-time stab by Vasilevsky.
He really had it looking like he was lucky enough. That's a big start on the play. There's no way that they have their defensive effort.
Tampa, Lightning
Champion with the buck that finds it again to McDonough.
His
McDonough
first
looks to
goal of the
Jeffy.
playoffs.
Jeffy looks to
Scored in
Reddish.
his first
Reddish will
postseason.
find it
On
again
a
to
power
McDonough.
play, number
McDonough rolls to
21.
Atkinson.
Read it.
On a pass.
Bullet.
Takes it over. Now finding Matthew Bishop.
Assisted by number 90.
On his way down is
JJ
Rodriguez.
Moser.
This one goes
And by
in.
number
And now it's
59.
rolled out of here by the Tampa Bay zone. Here's Reddish.
Time to
Send
go
over
for the
past the
Lightning.
ball.
2:33 remaining in the first
Ball thrown
period.
away.
Right in
Fires
point
it
on a
around
power
net.
play goal assisted
Cool
by
puck takes
JJ
the effort.
Moser and
Now
Jake
we'll see it over to
Goodsell
Greer.
at 2:33 in the playoffs.
Finally again, Gatrikage. Tampa Bay's got the puck in the zone, and we'll now try to give it over again to Victor Hedman this time. Off the center pass to Izaman. Nozek's got that puck now finding again to AJ Greer. AJ Greer right toward the corner, finding in the middle of the play, and this one will dish it out. AJ Greer lost the handle, cleared the zone by Brandon Point. Point wipes out. The rebound by Michael Izaman. Izaman took a smash hit. Panthers only had 10 hits this time. Furvix looks to Moser. Moser looks to Furvix. Furvix takes a chance to ease him out. Deep on the shot. Glove save by Bobrovsky. We haven't passed the midway mark in a period, and it's only 15 remaining in the first period. A lot of great chance here, and it's only rebound starts off. Tampa Bay up by 1, a 1-0 lead. Now Schmid will have his own chance. He's right toward the wing, now finding again to Belinsky's. Blocked off right toward the wing, now finding Schmid. Over now, and no penalty will be regaining on Tampa Bay. Moser wipes down. Back to monster skip by Alexander Barkov.
Oh, watch out here. That's big on a carry. He really had that one, ripped it out there very hard.
Now finds Kucherov. Big smash down here for the Panthers. Kucherov fires up and around the net, now finding again the Point. Point on the pass, broken up by Alexander Barkov. A send a deep pass to Sam Reinhart. Now as McDonough has it, stopping the puck here, Schmidt recovers it. Here's a Reinhart shot, big save by Vasilevsky. Lichel with his own rebound, and Vasilevsky will hold things up here with only 14-17 remaining in the first period. They've got a lot of things down here, but they are looking like they wanted to keep things going to give another face-off look. Anthony Cirelli wins the face-off as Hagel has his own puck in control. Now finding again to Cernax. I'll send a deep pass. Listerine and it's right toward the wing as he had that puck steal. This one cleared his own. McDonald's got the ball. Puck. Now rolls it over. Now finding again to Goncalves. And there's a big initial here. And looks like they will not take the initial fighting here as he's already hurt.
This is bad news already for the Lightning. They really are not getting enough effort. This is the biggest hit. Remember this showdown. This is definitely when nobody is friendly at all.
Cirelli right toward the wing. He finds again a Radius. Fires a shot. Blocked the shot here as Ekblad takes it over, now finding the Listerine. Listerine is right toward the wing, goes offside. And we'll have a look at the replay here from the Lightning. It's a big escape.
Yeah, that's a big ouchie out there. Goncalves has really already been smacking him. Nobody was able to fight for it, and nobody was taking a punch for the worst. That's why he's got to wait rushing quickly.
And now with some next selection here, as there's another face-off on its way. Tampa Bay only been a better team afterwards, and he had 2 shots on goal, and 4 for Florida. And Maíz Mount goes offside. Now both teams are ready to take their face-off. Just about 13:26 remaining. Haven't passed the midway mark of the period. And as Paul wins the face-off, here's Hedman. Right toward the wing as he looks it over to get a Ruddy as he finds it again to Paul. Big escape on the slap down. Ferguson right over again. Hedman trying to battle for the puck. And Bennett got it the other way. Bennett. Hedman takes it over. Now finds Radius. Radius will dish around the zone here. And now as Eastbound takes it over. Deep pass to Paul. Paul looks his way down right toward the shot. And a big on the tanker. Great stop by Bobrovsky. Sam Bennett's right toward the wing.
Swings around, now finding again to Rodriguez. Rodriguez passes over. Pat save by Vasilevsky. Just 12:44 to go in the first period. A lot of time missing in Brentford as they're trying to get the goal in possible. Now to win for Barkov is Forsling. Forsling moves around inside. Verbeek takes it over and now finds it again with Lennon. Lennon loses control. Left catch made by Vasilevsky. This is where Vasilevsky's been putting in a controversialness. He scores! Carter Verhaeghe makes it snappy. We are now tied for one. You know, this is where the pass made. That's where Alexander Barkov is. He's been really racing it in. Now watch what happened with Barkov. He's right to a corner. Big eye blink. And it gets over to Vasilevsky on a big angle. That's a big tape-to-tape zones. And was it snappy for Verhaeghe? He really makes it time wisely. So the Panthers and the Lightning are tied up for one. We haven't still passed the mid-red market period. Time of the goal was 7:30 remaining in the first period. McDonough's right over to get a good sell. And now he finds Cernax. This will be Carter Verhaeghe's first playoff goal against the Lightning. Now Kucherov will now find it over to get a good sell. Looks again to Point. Point looks over to Kucherov. Kuch lost his puck. McDonough recovers it and good sell. Back to Nikita Kucherov. Kucherov passes to Goodsell. Looks to McDonough. McDonough passes over. And gives over to Verhaeghe.
Florida goal, his first goal of the playoffs, first goal of the postseason.
Moving away, block a shot by Cernax.
He's assisted by number 16, Alexander Barkov. Time of the goal, 7:31 remaining in the first period. That's Carter Verhaeghe with the first playoff goal, assisted by Alexander Barkov in the first period at 7:31 in the playoffs.
It was not enough to get the goaltender out of the way. Lots of time left in this period. Both teams tied for one. 11:41 to go in the first. Now as Cirelli wins the faceoff, he now finds it over to Brandon Hagel. He looks at Hedman. Hedman swings it to Radius. Radius, Hedman, Hagel. Lost the control effort. Kachuk sends it to Ekblad. Cirelli with the puck steal. Finds Radius. Backhander. It's blocked by Ekblad. Forsling takes this over. And will now send it over to Bennett. Bennett right toward wing. Slows down. And Hedman takes it over. Finds a pass to Radius. Good slipping feed because he rolls again to Cirelli. Cirelli bumps him out. Now finding good shot to the other way. Looks over to Bennett. Moves around a wing. Good glove catch by Vasilevsky. Well, Vasilevsky's been really keeping all things down. That's a big mistake here, and he's really trying to catch that glove in the save. Florida wins the faceoff. Great block here. That goes to Nikita Kucherov, watching the team on a time effortly. And that's Verbeek's pass to Lindell broken up. Blocking the pass. Verbeek's got the puck. Nick Paul with his own rebound. Trying to clear it out. Now with the rebound by Bovis. Paul takes it out. Now as he's him out, will take his carry. Kulikov takes it over to Lustranen. Lustranen. Verbeek takes it over, now finds it again to Moser. On a send it pass, Scale to ease him out. And that first block will stop in for Ferguson. It's the first block of his carrying with his knife. And with that better defense effort, he got a great stop in. He really did. I mean, I know that Gergenson's been really keeping Oberis into it. That's why Nikita Kucherov's been training him for some reasons. Kulikov right toward the wing. Here's a shot. Mikula. Lennon takes it over, now finding Verbeek. And it's in a deep pass. Here's Atkinson right toward the backhander. On a wing! Big save by Bobrovsky. We passed the mid-range mark in the first period. As now Reinhardt is right toward the wing. Pass to Verhaeghe. Looks it over. And the pass is broken up. Reinhardt trying to get out of the wing. Moser able to clear it back. Over to Barkov and a shot stopped by Vasilevsky. Cernax takes it over. Now finds again to Glendening. Glendening deep pass. Kulikov with the steal. Verhaeghe. Glendening takes it over. The back send it pass to Nikita Kucherov.
Recovers the puck. Right turn wing. Rebound by McDonough. Over point. One-timer. Stopped by Bobrovsky. Nikita Kucherov snaps it. Pat step made by Bobrovsky. Now here's Matthew Tkachuk. He's right toward the wing. He looks at Rodriguez. Move around. McDonough lost his handling. Tkachuk on a backhander. Stopped by Vasilevsky. 8:50 remaining in the first period. You will cover things up to get the next group in face-off. And now send it over to center ice, and we'll send it over to Infamous Beast, standing by with one of our players, Nikita Kucherov. Nikita Kucherov is like one of the best takes here, as I love his own energy, and this is what happens with Nikita Kucherov. He's been like a better star. This is what happens with the better award. When everybody shouts for Kuch, this is what happens when he gets his own goal. And with that announcer, it says for Nikita Ku 3 times. And this is what happens when he does it for one of his better reasons. I have a lot of great ratings here for Nikita Kucherov and his playoff bounding. Let's see what happens if he gets his own goal. Back to you. Mariusz outside now finding Nikita Kucherov. Cutting bounding. Lost his effort. Now it's Gutzel takes it over. And he lost his puck control. Trying to recover in a group. Puck back in the zone. In the Florida territory. Schmidt takes it over with 8 minutes left to remain in the first period. Schmidt, following along with loose puck. And he will now try to take it out of here. Schmidt rolls it in. Puck taken over. Rodriguez. And it's now Hagel with the puck steal. Over now to point. Right toward the middle. Can't make an open man out of it. And with that broken pass over to Schmidt. Looks to McDonough. And now he rolls it over again, now trying to find Radius. And now here's Goncalves right toward the zone. Rebound by Hagel. Backhander, trying to deflect it in here as Bobrovsky holds it out. Nozik's got the puck in. Ryan McDonough takes it out. Over now to Radius. Looks to Hagel. On a speed. 2-1. Saved by Bobrovsky. Hagel blocks a shot. That's rebounded up by Cerrone. Gives a take by Ryan McDonough, and now finds it over to Goncalves. In middle, Cernak, close stop by Bobrovsky. What a nasty on the catch for Bobrovsky as Sergei at the end of a save of under 7 minutes. You know, I say about Sergei Bobrovsky's really like giving over it, and the big undone is a better take. I never see anything that does like all for the better use of the effort. That's what happens with Sergei Bobrovsky. He really had it all. Fires it. Great save by Bobrovsky as he holds things out. He's out now, fights again at Fairbanks on a shot. On deflection is out. Ferguson with the rebound. Off to Moser. Fans still applying it for the first game. Forsling takes it over and he's bound with a puck steal. Over to Fergus. Ekblad takes it out. 8-2 Blitz remaining against Easemount. Good poke check here as Moser has it back. Moser sending deep pass to Fergus. Fergus on his way down. Fergus stops in motion. Eisenhower shot saved by Bobrovsky. 6:14 remaining in the first period of the game. They are still neck to neck on the battle. Now another chance here. 39 gets for Florida and 10 for Tampa Bay. Now the wait for Nick Paul. He rolls into Cernak. And a penalty will be on regaining on Verhage. This will be another penalty kill for Florida Panthers.
Florida penalty, 2 minutes for slashing.
You're not sure enough what you're doing it for. If you really want to play better, you have to get it out. Otherwise, you definitely lost in. But now the bad news is, you got caught with a slash, actually throws it up with a hand. Power play coming up for Tampa Bay Lightning. This will be 1-1, and this will be 2 for 2 if he gets another power play goal. Now to win, here's another one.
Florida penalty, number 23, 2 minutes for slashing. Time penalty, 6:11 remaining in the first period. That's a 2-minute penalty on Carter Verhage, number 23 on a slashing. Time penalty, 6:11 remaining in the first period of the playoffs.
Brandon Hagel. Brandon point right toward away, now finds it over again to Victor Hedman as he looks to Nikita Kucherov. Sends a pass to Victor Hedman. One-time effort for point. Blocked the shot by Alexander Barkov. Evan looks at Nikita Kucherov's shot for redirection. Kulikov takes it over, now finding again at Reinhart. Reinhart, right turn wing. Kulikov Barkov shot. Big save by Vasilevsky. Now Nikita Kucherov will send it over to get a point. Off to Kutel. 1:09 remaining in a power play for the Lightning. Hagel. No cut and bounding as Barkov will take it over. And a chance pass. Rebounded by Radius. Behind the net. Looks to Cirelli. Cirelli pass to Moser. Moser onto Cirelli. Shot wide. And it's rebounded by Moser as he will now try to give to Radius this time, not finding Cirelli. Cirelli shoots, redirecting. Radius takes his own handling, now finding Alcaldes. Over to Radius. Radius swipes down. Cirelli holds on, finding Moser. In a chance. Oh, the bad pass for Cirelli that will send it over to the Lightning zone.
This is nowhere use out of it because if that really makes it a back connection, there's no way you're going to get it back. You're going to be really being pumped out and nothing going to get back in now.
Paul moves around, scores! Nick Paul. It's a power play goal for the Lightning, 2 for 2.
Well, I can't tell about Nick Paul as he really gets it over his field. He just winds it, and it just looks like he was able to get his own goal. Nothing stands out. As Nick Paul got a power play goal, we're not going to end it here quickly.
They really got that one a hard chance. First playoff goal starts in for Nick Paul and J.J. Moser with the assist. That's his time of the goal, 15:34. Really took it in for the better effort for the Lightning as he picks it up in.
Yeah, I definitely do so. I mean, I really see it going on. I mean, really well. That change off, he's really like on a nice take effort. I mean, he's really been like perfect already.
Here's Rodriguez right to the wing. As now Glendening lost his control puck, and this rebound puts in for Atkinson. Looks to Chaffee, and he now finds McDonough. Down to 4 minutes remaining in the first period as he rolls to Atkinson. Atkinson looking very comfortable out there as he looks to Glendening, looks to McDonough, and Atkinson will try to regroup. Now he looks to Glendening, shot for redirection. This one takes out, and Clyde will take it over now, finding Forsley.
Tampa Lightning goal!
On a speed rush.
His first goal
shot.
of the playoffs.
Good
First
take
goal
as
of the
Chaffee
game.
takes it out.
Score on a power
Now
play.
it's
Number
Glendening
20.
will take it in on the other side of his own.
Goal!
Fires 7 around net.
Assisted by number 71.
No penalty on Florida.
Cirelli!
Glendening takes the effort.
And by number 90, J.J. Moser!
Keeps in his zone.
Time on a power play goal,
And now
15:35 remaining in the first period.
The Panthers
That's
are back in
Nick
the
Paul
offense
on the
as
power
Lister
play
is in the
goal,
wing.
assisted by Anthony Cirelli and
Pass.
J.J.
Go
Moser
Paul.
at
Paul
15:35 in the first of the
now sending Burbix
playoffs.
this time looks again to McDonough. McDonough fires 7 around the net. And here's another one chance over to Nick Paul. Burbix shoots, blocked a shot. Rebounded away, and puck escapes the zone as McDonough will try to clear it. On attempt now finding Burbix the other way. Now he rebounds it again to McDonough and rolls it to Gergensen. Schmidt with the puck steal, back to Lundell to Bovitz.
Well, it looks like there's a booing chance here on Lundell. That might be like hard to do for him. Now, he really changed it out if he really wanted to like try to stop it.
Here's Bovitz. Poked it out. Listerine in. Stop with a pad save by Vasilevsky. McDonough's right toward the wing. And pad is given out. Nozak shoots. Burbix rebounds the puck back to Nikita Kucherov. Ryan McDonough, and a penalty's been singled out by here on the Panthers.
What's going on here? Looks like they already had 3 of them. Not playing it well.
Florida penalty, 2 minutes for
Lister
cross
is
checking.
in the penalty box on a cross checking. This will be another penalty kill for the Panthers.
Your Lightning are on the
Power play coming up for Tampa Bay Lightning.
They've been playing so dirty already. I mean, I don't know what's happening. They've been really been ripped out. Is
Florida
this
penalty,
all
number
what happens
27,
with
2 minutes for
Lightning
cross
and
checking.
really by?
Time and
I don't
penalty,
think
2:07
so.
remaining in
They've
first
really been
period.
not getting in.
That's 2-minute penalty on 8-2. Western
Ryan Peterson
on
ball
a
will
cross
now
checking
send over
number
to Hagel.
27. Time of the penalty.
Eagle on his
2:07
way.
remaining in the first
Pass
period
to
in the
Cirelli.
playoffs.
Here's a shot, stopped by Bobrovsky. Just 1:42 in the first period and 1:41 for the Lightning power play. Both teams are definitely on a tightness content shot. 2-1 to score. Tampa Bay up front. Now the win. Nick Ball looks to Redius. He now finds Moser. Looks to Concalves. Again to Moser. Moser. Good poke check here for the Florida Panthers to disrupt the play. Lundell goes down, and now he rolls again to Redius. Rolls in deep. Mikula takes it over. Now the pass over to Kulikov. He'll now find it again to Kachuk. Kachuk clears the zone, and Moser will have it here. Tampa Bay back in the offense zone, now finding Redius. Lightning beating up. Ball toward the wing. Final minute in the first period, as this will be now back to Lundell and again to Guzzel.
1 more minute in the first period.
Guzzel waits him right toward the corner. He looks at it again to Moser. And the send pass to Redius. Redius shoots. Pat saved by Bobrovsky. There they go. Short getting a goal for Lundell. Stopped in from corner. Good play here by Point to disrupt the pass. Now he finds Redius. He looks over to Guzzel. 35 seconds for the Lightning power play. 32 seconds for the first period. Kulikov. Pass to Reinhardt. Reinhardt sends to Ekblad. Ekblad loses effort. Nikita Kucherov trying to take his time. Stop made by Bobrovsky. That's a great stoppage. Chaffee shoots. Glove save by Bobrovsky. Lester is ready to go. And with all that time running down, that will do it. That ends the first period.
And that's the end of the first period. Your score, Tampa Bay Lightning,
and this
2.
was a big wild one for the Florida Showdown to start the first period. Second period's coming up underway right after these messages. You're watching the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs on EA Sports. Welcome back, everyone, as you're ready to start the second period for the first game of the Florida Showdown. Here we are, folks, as we're ready, all ice and all sheeted up, and we are ready to go. Let's find out what happens. All right, fan, I have a little bit of a takeover here with a first period recap. Let's see how this team goes in. Well, they've really been like, it's a close contest shot, and they have really been battling it all. No kidding. They've really been like keeping it over in between, and because of what happens with the Panthers, they've really like been scoring things, and nothing really sits down for anybody. They've been really been like whipped up for anything. And for goodness sake is, and Nikita Kucherov is really like trying to give all their better percentage. This is like a wild crowd out there. They've really been like keeping it all for anything. Now on the other side of it, as Alexander Barkov trying to regroup. Here's Kucherov, right toward the wing. And he rolls to Point. Point slows down. Now finding Nikita Kucherov on a shot. Good save. He dives it in as now Forsling takes it out. Florida Panthers regain their group, now finding Reinhardt as he looks to Barkov. Barkov looks to pass to Ekblad. Great block by Redius as he sends it over to the glass. Nikita Kucherov is right toward the wing. Barkov trying to watch on him. Now Victor Hedman will send it over. A big smash and a hit. And here's Hagel. Looks over it again to Kucherov. Kucherov, right around the wing, finds Hagel. Hagel looks to pass over it again to Cernak. One time for McDonough. Step by Bobrovsky. He rolls in with another save here for the first game of the night. Kucherov waiting impatiently now finding Cernak. And the Kucherov wipes him down. Hagel on a stop, and this one blocks a shot for the Panthers. Now Bennett will take over. Trying to stop in. Cirelli's got it in. In corner, trying to hold on. Cernak. The pass back to Cirelli. Cirelli looks to McDonough. Shoots it. Glove step by Bobrovsky. 18-11 to go in the second period as they'll get ready for the next face-off. Now both teams are ready to go. 2-1 to score for Tampa Bay. Now the win for Florida Panthers. As Big Loss right toward in the wing, now finding to Bennett.
Bennett watching him. On a cutting boundary, now finds Kachuk. Kachuk cutting motions. Glove save by Vasilevsky. Just 18 minutes in the second period. Now let's have a look here for the status for Nikita Kucherov, as he's really given all what he has been doing it for. The last part of the game was the better Russian to make it all happen. Wow, what a goal! That's Kulikov with a deep pass and a shot, and we are now tied for 2. That's what happened with the face-off. That's what happened with Kulikov. He's been really ripping it through, and he wasn't real quick on the timing effort for Vasilevsky. Watch what happened here. Pass, win, shot, score. That's what Kulikov has really been getting over this too, and nothing is really getting all of it. So now the Panthers are tied up, as right at this moment, it has been a tight one here in Florida. Yeah, they did. I don't know what they've really been doing it for. This really must take anything. Cutting bounding. That's stopped here for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Now the pass over to Ismail. Ismail right to
Florida goal, his first goal of the playoffs. First goal of this postseason. Scored number 7, Dmitry Kulikov. All assisted by number 9, Sam Bennett. 7 to goal, 2:02 remaining in the second. That's Dmitry Kulikov in his first playoff goal, assisted by Sam Bennett at 2:02 in the second of the playoffs.
Of the Russian ice hockey team. There was no way to be matched up here, as he's one of our biggest of the support, and he's really been keeping things out of the way.
Florida penalty, 2 minutes for tripping.
Listerine heading back to the penalty box. Well, he can't just do that. Cernak's really done it all, and he's been wiped down, right, just like that.
You're Lightning!
That's going to be on for Lightning. Now the teams are ready to take the face-off. Another power play coming on. They're 2 for 3 in the first period. Let's see if they can figure it out for 2 for 4. And here's that play.
Florida penalty, number 27, 2 minutes for tripping. Time and penalty, 17:32 remaining in the second period. That's a penalty on Florida. 8-2, Western United, number 27 for tripping. Time and penalty, 17:32 remaining in the second period of the playoffs.
Pass broken up here. Barkov takes it over. Paul has it back. Now finds to Radius this time. Radius deep pass to Moser. Moser, 2-on-1. Oh, what a stop by Bobrovsky. He rolls in with a big save. Pass to Larson out there, Boomer. That's because of Bobrovsky's really been getting all over this on a better use. Radius shot. Big save by Bobrovsky. What a great chance to pull in play. Let's watch one more time here. Moser sending it over to Sorelli. That's a big stop here for Bobrovsky. That's a dangerous pass. Look what Bobrovsky made him do. This is what he was doing. Sliding it quickly, dial in. That's a boost save, and he's really been punishing in. What a stop. You've got to believe how many goaltender does for Sergei Bobrovsky, and that the Panthers have really been ducking it out. A lot of time left in this period. Tied all in even, 2 for 2. Florida wins the face-off. Now this one will clear his zone out. Rebound by Lindell. Nikita Kucherov sends it over now, finding to Brandon Hagel. And over now, finding Point. Braden Point, by a pass to Goodsell. Doesn't able to get the carry in as Goodsell has it back. Over now to Hedman. Outside, Hagel shoots, back save made by Bobrovsky. This goes in up and ending and out of play. With one of our big games in, Nikita Kucherov, on his better career status, he's really racing it in. All these big takes here on the playoffs, and for better of the regular season, he's trying to get 900 of his goals. But his long way down has put it in for 600 goals to try to beat over Steven Stamkos. There was a stammer on this play, and a bigger drive that they've been really doing it for. They really need to get over this. There's not much that they're changing it off for, and I know what they've really been doing it for. The last part of the game really been seeing things spoken too soon. They're really all over it now, and they really didn't have any facts to put it in.
Big save by Bobrovsky. And it's rebounded by Kucherov. Leshant's ready to get back out there. Kucherov set. Radius trying to hold on. Kucherov shoots. Save by Bobrovsky. As the power play is over, here's Radius. Sends it to Dutsel. Over the point. And broke it up here, and he tries to wipe him out, but no penalty on Panthers as this one ends the full pressure, and they're 2 for 4. Great stoppage here for Bobrovsky. That's a wild save, and he really must have had all this attention that he really been doing it for. He was definitely a killer, and he really been stepped out. I've never seen how this happened, but that really made a great stoppage to put it in. Radius now finds Moser. Moser, coming in motion, pass to Radius. Radius, that one takes it out. Montgomery shoots, well saved by Bobrovsky. 14:48 to go in the second period. This will be another face-off coming up. Nearing down the midway mark of the period. No score in the leadoff as we pass the 15-minute mark. Now for the win for Florida Panthers. As right now, Reinhardt is right toward the wing. And here's Sorelli. Set the chance now finding the Cernax. He looks over to Hagel. Hagel bumped him right to the wall. And now Barkov is right toward the wing. Reinhardt moves in quickly. Saved by Vasilevsky. Hagel rolls to McDonough. Another hit here for Florida. And it's 61. Now he rolls to Barkov. Sends it to Carter Vergege. Gergensen's right toward the wing, now finds it to Paul. Paul sends to Gergensen. Fires it around deep. Again at Eastbound. Eastbound rolls it over again to Cernak. One time. McDonough! Can't get it up that far. And now it rolls back to Barkov. Barkov right to the wing, now finding Reinhardt. Block a shot by McDonough. The Lightning are back in the offense zone, now finding to get to Gergensen over to McDonough. McDonough fires it around net. Gergensen right toward the wing. He looks over to Nick Paul, now finding Verbex. Verbex shoots! Oh, save made by Bobrovsky. 13:35 to go in the second period as they're both still tied. And looking at the update for Nikita Kucherov as now Alex Ovechkin has entered his way. He's looking to get 900 goals of his career on his NHL goals of the career record. He's already has passed Wayne Gretzky's goal by 895. Now he has more to take anything ahead if he gets to a better position before retiring. Well, I love the great 8 for Alex Ovechkin. And what I say now, this really has been playing for a most best effort that he's been like the finish off the worst. And now with only 898 of his goals, there's only 2 more left to get 900. Big save by Vasilevsky. And when I say now for Vasilevsky, he's really giving all what he's doing for. Big effort is, nobody stands a shot. Now he finds Victor Hedman, just about 12:38 to go. And now Atkinson rolls in. Jockey shoots and stopped by Bobrovsky. Bill Holdings up here with just only 12:33 to go. Now as they're ready to take on with the next face-off. Here's another chance here as they'll have another good-thing face-off. Now the win. Here's Mikola. Send it over to Kachuk. Kachuk rolls to Mikola. And a pass back to Hagel. Now here's Sorelli, the chance over the other way. And now it's Penn. Get back to Robert Hughes. Over chance to Kachuk. Man rush. Stop by Vasilevsky. He'll cover it up with only 12 remaining in a second. Now they're ready to take the next face-off. Still a tie game. No leadoff score between Florida or Tampa Bay. On a shot, Kutzels blocks a shot by Aaron Ekblad. Now that was just unbelievable. Kutzels just really made that one quickly. Kutzels fires it deep. Off and off the glass, and it's rebounded again by Nikita Kucherov.
Evan looks over the right here. She now finds Goodsell. Shoots. Rebound for Goodsell. Kucherov couldn't get it back. Victor Edmond scores! First goal puts it in for Victor Edmond. They cut the lead, and now they're up by 1. No better position here for Victor Edmond. This is what happens when he was trying to cut him down. And with this pass, the defender was not really paying attention. This is what happens when Victor Edmond has definitely been punching in. And nobody has a lot of room to get the effort. That's another goal for Bobrovsky, and he really couldn't try to save it all. Tampa Bay back up in front, a 3-2 lead over Florida. Just 11:44 near the midway mark of the period. Now the wind goes right here, she'll last center deep. Nikita Kucherov. Rushing in, this will be an icing on Tampa Bay. A lot of time left in this period. Florida Panthers still looking like they wanted to tie this game up to make it even. Now the win, here's Reddish. Now he rolls over to Kucherov. Right toward Wayne. Fires out around and puts it again to Kucherov. Kucherov looks to Edmond. Now he finds Reddish. Again Edmond.
Score by number 77.
Finds Reddish. Into the middle. He finds an open look here as Lister and takes it over.
Assisted by number 59,
Good
Jake.
Good
sound.
Stop by
And by number 86,
and Goodsell takes it over. I've never seen what it really did for Florida. I thought the face mask was going to definitely be hurt.
Time of the goal, 8:16 remaining in the second period. Victor Hedman with his first playoff goal, assisted by Jake Goodsell and Nikita Kucherov in the second period of 8:16 in the playoffs.
They are trying to let Nikita Kucherov get its own record, and his score and statistics really didn't help it out. They really are trying to get it in. Oh, Carter McGee! His crease crashes his own, and now they're tied again. He has 2 goals in the playoffs. He's looking like he was out of nowhere, and this is what did happen. He really dipped it in. Watch what happened. Carter McGee was really close enough to get to Nikita Kucherov, and with Vasilevsky, he couldn't save his pad. That really got him caught out of the way. Most of the playoff in this goal, he's really starting to look like he wants to get over this goal. Played for Russia. Let's see what happens if he can try to keep it up. On a chance over for the lead, this one is no good. Pass is open out of the range, and now here's another one for Goncalves. He looks to get us a
Florida goal, his second goal of the playoffs. Scored for his second goal of the postseason, number 23, Carter McGee. Assisted by number 16, Alexander Barkov. And by number 5, Aaron Ekblad. Time of the goal, 9:04 remaining in the second period. Carter McGee with the goal in his second goal of the playoffs, assisted by Alexander Barkov and Aaron Ekblad in his second at 9:04 in the playoffs.
Now with the better take, here's an arm face-off as they're ready to drop the puck. Now the win for the Florida Panthers as Verhage takes it over. Carter Verhage looking for 3. On the playoff inbounding, and Vasilevsky will cover it up. Cernak's trying to watch out with the hit. Now the Panthers and the Lightning, they really have been pushing things in. You've seen them in the last postseason here for the regular game, but this time, this must have been a rematch here since the last postseason in 2024. They've really been all over him for now, and for sometimes the reason is for the team, there was no stopping the disadvantage. They really kept on coming back, and they really are doing it all over this again. Sometimes it never wins it oftenly. You just need to practice in. It's a better position. They need to get this one thing moving in there to give a stop at 10:40. Stop by Vasilevsky with under a mid-win mark in the second period with 9:54 remaining in the second period. Now they're ready for the face-off. Let's see what they can do with it. Win for Nick Paul. Moses behind the back. And now he will race it over it again, not finding to get it to Nick Paul. Nick Paul lost his handling. Here's Rodriguez. Good poke check by Vasilevsky. Michael ease him out right toward the wing. A send-off pass too slow to get started often. Robert Goose, good stop by Braden Point. And it's just broken out. Here's Point, 2-on-1, stop by Bobrovsky. He really took everything to get out of the way. Here's Kucherov. Kucherov looks to Fervix. And the pass, doesn't able to bite it in. On the other way, 2-on-1, move around, Pat stop, saved by Vasilevsky. This is a big fan of the desperation. He really took it all. He scores! Aiton Lundell. He puts the lead off, and it's now a 4-3 game over the Lightning.
Well, that made communication. I thought this block would have been helpful, but now Lundell, there's the cut racing in there. This is what happens. V was right near it, and Vasilevsky couldn't hold this passing percentage here, and he really didn't have the right timing to do for him. This is what happens if they really change it over. They've got to watch it quick.
Cirelli wins the faceoff as Radius takes it over to get a Hedman. Hedman now rolls it again to Goncalves right toward the zone. Trying to go for a tie. Step by Bobrovsky. Cirelli looks again at Hedman. He now finds Radius. He looks again at Hagel. Watching a snap on the play here for Dirty playing
Florida goal, his first goal of the playoffs, first goal of the postseason. Scored by number 15, Aiton Lundell.
And a backhander, step
Well, assisted by number 7, Dmitry Kulikov. And by number 17, Evan Rodriguez. Time to go, 11:01 remaining in the second period. Aiton Lundell with his first playoff goal, assisted by Dmitry Kulikov and Evan Rodriguez in the second. 11:01 in the playoffs.
Going in afterwards. Are we going to see him playing him for the Panthers by next season? I thought there might be an update here on NHL 26.
They go down, finds McDonough. McDonough looks to Cernak. Backhander, stop made by Bobrovsky. They looks over to McDonough. Here's Cernak's backhander, block the shot. Goncalves now finds him again at Hagel. One time for McDonough, score! Great time out for Ryan McDonough. Now we're tied for 4. First playoff goal of the night.
Well, Ryan McDonough was really clear enough. He was sweeping the feet motion, and he just slaps it to make the own goal. Back power. Big raging on the effort as he really rolled it over. See what happened to that? He really took the pass, and Ryan McDonough sits it over and now passes Bobrovsky. That's a big score that we're doing for him.
Ryan McDonough seeing time for 4. As that will be 4 over the Florida Panthers to tie here. Now as Florida Panthers wins the faceoff, here's another one to Carter Verhaeghe. Trying to get 3, Markov shot, left up by Vasilevsky. 7:42 remaining in the second period, as they'll get another covered in for the faceoff. And at the other side, Alexander Barkov has his way down to show what he's done. Made for Team Finland, as I have Infamous Beast standing by. Thanks, guys. Look it over to Alexander Barkov as he's really racing it with one of our big supports here. And for some reasons, as I look over it with one of our big tanks, he has a big defensive styling, and it's called a yoink ability, but he really races all of them. Barkov has been really making his own appearances as he really makes it all of them. And just to bring in for the chance, as he's really making it a great setup. This goal is a great ranging for Alexander Barkov to have his own change-off. And now he's watching him one of the big dominating efforts.
His first
with his
goal
own Stanley Cup winner back in 2024. He's looking like he wants to get 2 more to make the win out of it. Let's hope it's a fair one for real, guys.
Assisted by
He's ready to switch to the wing, now finds it again at Hedman. And then looks over to get a point. Point. Backhand
and by number
93,
and
under 7 minutes remaining in the second period. They're all even us.
Time to go, 12-11 remaining in the second
with
period.
With their next face-off coming in.
With the first
it's all tied up for 4.
And Jage Goncalves in the second period at 12-11 in the
Point wins the
playoffs.
face-off. Radius is right toward the wing now, finding the Victor Hedman. Off to good sell. One time for Kucherov. He's got necked up here by the Florida Panthers on Forsling. Ekblad goes down. Reinhardt with the rebound. Finds Barkov for the cut. Point takes it back.
takes a swipe of the boards. Here's Ekblad, and a little tipped in and tipped out, and he scores! Wow, Carter Verhaeghe has 3 goals in his playoff game. And the Hats give him a salute to Carter Verhaeghe. I've never seen how it happened with that. He tipped it out, but the big reason is that Carter Verhaeghe was tipping it in. Now he has 3 goals. Here's a tape-to-tape zone. This is the passing percentage that he really tipped it out. When he took it away from him, this is what happened. Verhaeghe got up, and he just tipped it. That's unbelievable. They're not letting him go anywhere anytime soon. Carter Verhaeghe's been doing it like he's always 3 for 3. Now his Magic going to take number. He's really giving all of them, and he's really like giving a better step in range. He never sets it down here. That's a big on a cross-checking it. Carter Verhaeghe's been like doing it for.
His third goal of the playoffs, score on a hat trick, third goal of the whole season.
That's a big power
number 23,
they've really been doing it for.
Verhaeghe.
I'll have to find out.
As assisted by number 5, Aaron Ekblad. And by number 13, Sam Reinhart. 7 goal, 13:45 remaining in the second period. That's Carter Verhaeghe with the goal assisted by Aaron Ekblad and Sam Reinhart. With his third goal of the playoffs on a hat trick. And 13:45 in the
On the
playoffs.
other way, percentage, and stop by Bobrovsky. Great play in motion here as Brennan Hagel trying to get his own goal to tie it up. Doug Calvis looks to Furbix. Furbix, cut in motion. It's stopped by Bobrovsky as he denies the effort. 5:35 remaining in the second period, as right now they're ready for another face-off. Tampa Bay wins the face-off. He now finds Furbix and looks to Ismail. Ismail looks to Moser and back to Gergensen. Into our middle, Furbix moves around, stopped by Bobrovsky, and it's given over by Bovis again with Lundell. Schmidt's right toward wing. Good poke in. Gergensen rolls him down, finding the Pell to Paul. Paul looks to Ismail. Blocks it, stick handling and control as Ismail gives it back. Schmidt takes the puck still. Now Lundell's right toward the wing. Good play in by Gergensen. Lundell's got it back. Over shot, glove saved by Vasilevsky. Ryan McDonough with the rebound over again to Gergensen with under 5 minutes. Gergensen passes over to Cernak. McDonough for 2. That's redirected, and Lushranen takes it over. Florida Panthers regaining their group here. Schmidt looks to Balinski's, and now he's off to Bovis. Bovis shoots, redirected off of Ryan McDonough. Now Vasilevsky will send it over to Braden Point, as they'll now send it to Ryan McDonough. Here's Gutzell right toward the wing. Fires it around the net, now finds Nikita Kucherov. Behind the cage. 2-man covered. Nikita Kucherov breaking free from the cage. Evan Kucherov. Timing is a little off. Evan now finds it again to Redius. This time again on a shot, block the shot made, and it's rebounded by Point. Point's really trying to get all his effort, and he's not really like he was able to get all of his intentional scoring. Here's Reinhardt. Send it over a shot. Close save by Vasilevsky. Radius. Pass broken up by Reinhardt. Barkov shoots. And there will be a penalty. And that'll be Victor Hedman in the interference.
Time of penalty. 2 minutes for interference.
This is bad. Playing in for Victor Hedman was not really trying to be in there. He was going to try to get over this. And he roughed up on Alexander Barkov. This is really the bad idea to do for him. Tampa Bay on a penalty kill. The LB Florida Panthers will be regaining their first power play for game number 1. Now as Moses right toward the wing, he will now send deep over the Hagel.
Time penalty, 3:31 remaining in the second period.
You'll find again
That's 2-minute penalty on Tampa Bay. Victor Hedman, number 77, and interference. Time penalty, 3:31 remaining in the second period of the
Behind the net
playoffs.
will be Carter Verhaeghe. McCall trying to get a piece of it. Lundell's got it back. Ekblad takes it over to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe. In zone. Good save by Vasilevsky. Lushranen. To Ekblad. Close save. Vasilevsky holds it in.
Just about under 3 minutes remaining in the second period. With a chance and opportunity, there's a big score to have it at. Florida Panthers have been a better team over the Tampa Bay Lightning to try to give it all. Now Fermix will send it over to Moser. Moser to Glendening. Glendening, cut for shot, off the glove. Ferguson tries to give it over. Moser, chance. It's blocked by Verhage. Lundell. Over a change on a shot. Good save by Vasilevsky. This is the biggest on the attackers. They're really assured that they've just got to kick things out of here. This is what happens. They're not shooting things well. This is comfortable for them, and they're really not getting it all done. 50 seconds for the Florida Panthers power play. On the rebounding, taken for Vasilevsky. That one takes it out. And this will clear out for Glendening. Send to the Florida zone. Panthers will be through the same again as Schmidt is right toward the wing, finding to get a back-to-kick shot. Reinhardt cut and bounding. Off it goes in the stick and then right toward the wall. Open look to Cirelli. Nikita Kucherov and deep off the face mask. Nikita Kucherov will send it over to get a Cernak. McDonough on the wing carry. Stopped by Bobrovsky. Under 2 minutes remaining in the second period, only 12 seconds for the Panthers power play. Cernak wins the faceoff. Looks like that Victor Hedman's time is about to get back on ice. Great stop by Bobrovsky. Over the pad out of the net. And that's it for the power play for the Panthers as they're back in control. 0-1 on a power play. Well, that's a good grade on the percentage here. That's what happens with Andre Vasilevsky, as he's really been like all on his own scale. That's what I've seen him so far. He's really giving everything that he's been doing it for. Now I know what's going to be problematic there. They've really kept it on coming. Cirelli shot scores! It's now a tie game in the second period as Nikita Kucherov with the assist. Two playoffs of the goal for the game on the other side. You see what happens with Nikita Kucherov? He sends it over to Anthony Cirelli, who is right in right for in the zone. This is big in the tape. Maybe you can really see things of how that happened. This is what happens with Anthony Cirelli. He has 2 goals in the playoffs. Let's see if he gets 3 if he can make it in. And right now, Mikolov with a chance. That's his first power play goal for Anthony Cirelli as Nikita Kucherov's got his first assist of the night. Open look to Gutzel. Over now to Hedman. Shot blocked up again. Mikolov right over again to Gotrovich. On his way down. Oh, gloved it. And they're going to have to count him with a no goal. Let's watch it one more time. Gavovich really had to try to give it over, and let's see what happens. Oh, yeah, there it is. He's over the line. That's a goaltender interference. This is going to be counting a no goal for the Panthers. With a simultaneous crowd as they keep it a tie game of 5-5, and they're ready for another puck drop. Cirelli wins the face-off, and now it's rolled over to Hedman. Hedman rolls over again to Reddish this time. He looks again at Cirelli. Here's Hagel.
Score for his second goal of the postseason.
Stop it,
Number 71.
30 seconds remaining in the second period.
Assisted by number 86.
And it throws it again to Cirelli. Cirelli goes to the wing. Fires that one around.
Time goal, 18:54 remaining in the second period. Anthony Cirelli with a second playoff goal assisted by Nikita Kucherov in the second period at 18:54 in the playoffs.
Stopped by Bobrovsky. Cernak looks to McDonough. McDonough's up and stopped by Bobrovsky. 2.3 seconds remaining in the second period as they're getting another face-off on its way. And it went for Barkov. And that'll do for the second period. Both teams tied up. So
and that's the end of the second period.
Playoff
Your
goal.
tie score.
And we'll be back with you shortly for the third period to wrap this up for the first game. Be back soon after this. This is the final period for the first game of the NHL Stanley Cup playoff. And we are all locked in. Tight game for the Florida showdown between Florida of the Tampa Bay and Sunrise, Florida of the Florida Panthers. This has been a rocking down, up and down we go, as this has been a roller coaster going in from the highest point of the view. Let's find out who wins this game. Alright, Finn, I know you were into this one here. How do you think they did?
This is definitely like intense, and I have no reason why that this really happened. They didn't really think they were gonna like keep it all they've done and some better changes. This is what happens with offenses that they're really been like struggling it for, and no one's definitely giving all the better percentage. This is a really hard one. I'm gonna say now this right now, the Boomer. Whenever you don't play it, you're never gonna win it. This needs to be done here if there's another chance that's going to try to keep things out. I'm hoping there's another big one to take in here if the Panthers or the Lightning score here.
Here's Sagal on the start for the third period. He scores! Gonna call this. He gets his first goal of the game and his first goal in the playoffs.
No chance to worry. Gonzalez gets his first NHL goal and the playoff goal. He made that one a really nice day. There's no chance to beat over by a goaltender. And when that speed raises in here, this is what the Pats made, I can call it. That is a great shot here to make that goal. I'm just really looking like he was really then punching his way out. Never really sees anything like that.
So Gonzalez takes his goal, and now this will be a leadoff score, the 6-5 game.
Nothing really stands out for Gonzalez as he's got his first goal in the playoffs. He really shows it off how he can definitely handle it, but that's really what he really had shown it often. I don't really see what's the point with this, but they really have seen him score many bunch of dish-off points. They really are sure enough that they really kept it on coming front.
I sure did. Now here's Bennett on a shot chance. Great stop by Vasilevsky. McDonald's right toward the way. Now he will find over it again to Paul. The pass to Easemount. Easemount slows this down. And that's the pass. Broken out. And he goes offside. This will be on Tampa Bay. 18-12 to go in the third period to have the next one coming in. Now both teams are ready to take the next dropping face-off. Here's another one for Tampa Bay. They're already up ahead, 6-5. Now is the win for Nick Paul. He will now send it again to Gurgitson. Fires that one around the net, looks again to Ismail. Calling for loose puck. We've got
Tampa, letting go!
6 to move. Wow. On the save to Ismail. Ismail shoots. Saved me by Bobrovsky. This one went into the net. First goal.
Assisted by number 38, Brandon.
On net.
There you go!
And a redirected here.
And by number 71, Infinite Surround. Time to go. 109 remaining in the third period. Gage Gonzalez, his first playoff goal, assisted by Brandon Hagel and Anthony Cirelli in the third period at 109 in the playoffs.
As this one rolls back to Chaffee.
I don't know what they did, but that's really a rough, brutal hit. This really can't be playing like that at all times.
Bigelow rolling again to Kachuk. Now Glennon sends it over again to Radish. Moser will try his new angle. I'll send to Chaffee on a shot left save by Bobrovsky. A lot of time up in this period. 17:01 remaining in the third period. A lot of time left to get over this. And man, the Thunderbug been watching it all night lately here to start the first game. And Tampa Bay at home and Florida Panthers on the road. It looks like they definitely need to give somebody else a better time. Radius pass, broken up by Reinhardt.
Reinhardt moves around, now finding the end of Verhage on a shot chance. Glove saved by Vasilevsky. Radius bumps him down. Chaffee looks to Radius. Deep zone to Hedman. Hedman. Again, Atkinson. Here's a chance for Radius. Shoots it. Saved by Bobrovsky. 16:30 to go in the third period. They are rolling in deep to try to give it all. Lots of time left in this period. 28/26 face-off wins for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Now here's the wing. We'll have Selby getting McDonough. And in the middle, can't get it over to point as this one rebounded again and gets shot. Schmidt rolling again at Belinsky's. Belinsky's looks to Bennett. Bennett carried it out. Now back into Florida territory. Bobrovsky's watching it down. Belinsky's pass to Schmidt. Schmidt on his way down, now finding Bennett. Bennett shot, saved by Vasilevsky. This one blows it in right to a corner. Waiting point, trying to stop on. And a shot. Great block by Cernax. By legs and unaccompanied. He didn't really think he was able to try to handle it all. Not afterwards. I was really noticing that Cernax would have almost would have had that. This has been a big rush to try to make him clear. Looks to Bennett. Bennett shoots. Gloved up by Vasilevsky. Near the 15-minute mark in the third period, they'll get ready for another face-off on its way. Now is the coming up games here, as we will have a next game. It'll be the Stars facing against the Avalanche. Coverage starts at 5:30 p.m. as this will be our part of the next game to get right into the carry. And then following along with a couple tonight's game, it will be the Devils facing against the Hurricanes. That will be the first part of the game at Lenovo Center for the first game of this matchup. And then the second game will be at 10 p.m. The Canes against the Edmonton Oilers. Catch all games year round by watching on Sun and Peace on the app, and be sure to subscribe to this channel. And with some big updates, a new channel is appearing. That will be the gaming channel. Don't miss out. Starting on August 2025. Goncalves now finds Hagel. Hagel looks at Goncalves. Looks at Sorelli. That puck goes out of the zone. Past the 15-minute mark, and he finds Fermix. He almost went into the visitors bench. That almost went very badly. Fermix looks to Gurgitson. Bumps right to the wall. Gives it right to the corner, and stopped by Vasilevsky. Ekblad sends it over again to Forsling. Forsling looks to Bobes. Bobes shoots. Good save. Pat stop made by Vasilevsky. Moser sends it over to Fermix. Fermix on his way. That pass to Isamau. Shot! Off it goes in the pad and off of the goaltender. Now back to Verhage. Well, I never seen what's going to happen like this. I thought that was going to be like change off directly. A little unconfidence there. I just don't seem to know how or why. But that really changed it off with a better point of the average. Ismail slows it down, now finds it to get a hip in. Edmund lost his puck handling, and now Barkov will send it over. Here's the Florida Panthers as Alexander Barkov now finds out Ekblad. Now Victor Hedman trying to get it over with. And it's back to Hedman. Hedman trying to roll it in. The pass, can't find an open room. And a pass to Verhage this time for 4. That one stopped by Vasilevsky. Radius gets it out of the way. He kicks it over. Here's Hedman. A send over now finding again to Jutzel. Jutzel dishes over to Radius. Here's a shot. That's chopped up. And it's rebounded again by the Panthers. Nosek's right to the wing. Gudaraj and stopped by Vasilevsky. What happened here? That goal starts off with Nosek. How do you have that one tipped it in? Well, it looks like that the stick just caught him right toward him, and that Nosek just really had that one caught it up. And I must have mentioned it before, that really took that goal for a nice effort on the chain.
Florida goal, his first goal in the playoffs, first goal of the whole season. Scored by number 92, Tomas Nosek.
Well, I have
Top of the goal, 12:03 remaining in the third period.
And when
That's Tomas Nosek with his first playoff goal unassisted
coming in.
at
There was
12:03
no
in the third period
how
of the
that's
playoffs.
happened. This really took out of the way for some serious problems. You know, what happened with Nosek, he's really getting it over with the puck in, and he just really had that one flying, that one out. He really knocked it over. It was not really the best chance for him, like scoring big. And for sometimes he's really like giving everything. He didn't really think he was happy enough at all. That's what happened when John Cooper was trying to look at it and said, I was like, where's the play? I thought there was no tension on this goal match, and he really even took it. There might be a little option out there if they're going to have to try to like regroup it in. Let's think of it this way, if they need to get this one another new changing off on their own team. This offense has been a killer.
12 minutes left in the third period as he will now fire that puck in. Now Cernax will send it over right to her to wing. Kicks it right to McDonough. And now the Panthers are on defense. Lightning back on offense. Slips it off. Cirelli now sends it over to McDonough. Fergus shoots. Close save. A little chopped up here as McDonough tries to carry it back. Fergus tries the shot. Close to save by Bobrovsky. Just about 11:31 to go. We'll be right with you shortly after this. As for Kenny Atkinson, trying to watch in for Cam Atkinson as he's right now into the medical room. He's definitely been hurt on his wrist, and we'll have to check him on immediately. Now Smolakov will send it over to get a Ryan guard with under 11:30 to go. Here's Reinhardt's shot, saved by Vasilevsky. Fergus right over it again to compel this. On his take, and he goes down, slipping, and it's right back to Verhage.
They're pretty nasty afterwards. I mean, there's a lot of big hits afterward. They're not really shooting it off that confidently. This really took everything back and out. Nobody's been like standing it in, but they're putting a nice effort to break the chain.
Moser's right back the other way now, finding Fergus, and he rolls it in deep to Paul. Here's Paul on a chance, saved by Bobrovsky. 10:44 to go in the third period as they'll get their next face-off.
Alright, there's a bad news for Carter Verhage because he's really been like pushed into the ice line and there was no penalty, nothing, and man, he has been like wounded. He's definitely got a little shooken up already in the center ice. This is causing a bad news for them.
Carter Verhage still trying to get back into his sweet gear, but he doesn't want to get bumped in and leave out the mark. Now as Edmond will finally get it ready, he will now send it over to get a Victor Hedman. Victor Hedman in the cover. Jurgensen battling for loose puck. Lundell takes it over. He'll slip it over to Lustranen. Over to Bovis. On a carry, back it in, almost made it, but it was too late. He just couldn't save that puck, and it's now Jesper Bovis with the goal.
You see what happens now that this is the lead that they're putting in for Florida Panthers. They really are not sticking it up really well. Now that the Panthers are getting a lead in there, they just need somebody else to get over this.
He's out, shoots, stopped by Bobrovsky. This will be covering it in. They're in the midway mark of the period. Brayden Point wins the faceoff. Ready a shot. Blocked it again. Kucherov rolls it in. This one tightened it up by the defender.
Florida goal, his first goal of the playoffs, first goal of the postseason. Score by number 70, Jesper Bovis. Time to goal, 9:34 remaining in the third period. That's Jesper Bovis with his first playoff goal, unassisted by the team, at 9:34 remaining in the third period of the playoffs.
On speed, Lustranen, move around, easy pad stop by Vasilevsky. And he took a little slash here. This will be a penalty on Florida. Brayden Point seemed to do for the trick, and he's covered up by Bobrovsky. Lundell's in the penalty box.
You don't have to right now. That's
Florida
a flash
penalty, 2 minutes for
slash. He's
slashing.
really giving him a better rebound. He was trying to pick it up, and he was reaching. Not so well.
You're
Lundell. He's really keeping it out of there. And another chance here for the Lightning power play as it's now under 9:40 to go. Now the way for Alexander Barkov.
Florida penalty
He's
number
trying to look it over
15. 2 minutes
again,
for slashing.
and here's the
Time of
inside
penalty,
for Reinhart.
9:45 remaining in the third
Reinhart.
period.
Good stick
That's a
in.
penalty on
Columbus takes it
Florida.
over.
Aiden Lundell, number 15 on the
Zorelli
slashing.
back in the overhand.
Time of penalty, 9:45 remaining
Over
in
to Slick
the
on
third
Columbus.
period of the
In the
playoffs.
corner. Went too close to the net as he tries to get a better save. Zorelli stops that one. Back to Brandon Hagel. Zorelli. One-timer Redmond scores! It's a tie game. Victor Hedman with 2 goals in his power play. There's no stopping for Victor Hedman. There's 2 slap shots on one timer. One for Ryan McDonough and the other for Victor Hedman. This is what happens when you're really been stopped it out. That's a lightning quick tech, and he really done it all. And the fans with a big reaction here. 9-11 to go in the third period. Now to win for the Lightning, Ryan McDonough looks to Cernax. On his way down, now finding to Brandon Hagel. Hagel fires that puck around the net. And he looks over again to McDonough. McDonough trying to go for the chance for the leadoff score. Cernax up. This one ticked it out. And that's Hagel. Good play here as Ekblad takes it out. Verhaeghe now sends it over, now finding again at Forsling. And this one dips it up. Barkov couldn't hold on. McDonough. And it's back to Cernax. On the timing effort to Point. Point. Rolls it in. Shoots for the lead. Stop by Bobrovsky. We've already passed the midway mark of the period in the third. It is a 7-7 game. Now they're off to do another face-off attempt, and they'll get ready for another tack on in. Lightning wins the face-off. Cernak shot. Glove saved by Bobrovsky. Forsling rolls it into
Tampa, winning goal!
And a public corner. Didn't get any breaks for the
His
bench.
second goal in the playoffs with 2 goals in a game in the
Now rolls the
postseason.
point.
Score on a power play.
Point.
Number 77.
No penalty in motion here.
Victor
No penalty given out.
Hedman.
And now McDonough's right over the
Assisted
service.
by number 71.
What a shot. And he went offside.
Sorelli.
That will be on the Lightning.
And by number 38, Brandon Hagel.
Now they're ready to take the next face-off.
Time of the goal, 10:49 remaining in the third period. That's Victor Hedman with his second goal of the playoffs on a power play, assisted by Anthony Sorelli and Brendan Hagel in the third at 10:49 in the
Takes the puck
playoffs.
steal. And off now to Moser. Moser chance to Kucherov. Kucherov slides back now, fine for Nick Furbix. Furbix looks to Moser. Moser pass to Furbix. Looks to Gergensen. On a carry. Too close to the net, and this will be Bobrovsky, and he doesn't know where the puck is. He'll try to cover it in with only 7:30 to go. Now is the win for Florida to Skolikov. The pass over to Lindell. He kicks it right over into it. He's mounts back the other way. Chance for the lead. Here's Paul. Shots blocked. Brandon takes it over now, trying to give over to Lindell. Paul with some quick speeds here. Now he rolls it. Pass. Kulikov shot. Stop made here by Vasilevsky. Furbix rolls to Ismail. Ismail's right toward Wayne, near the blue line. And off to Furbix. Fires that shot. Big save play. Gergensen glove save by Bobrovsky. Under 7 minutes remaining in the third period. They're trying to get another feeling to get the lead up by 1. Now it's the win for Florida. Here's Ekblad.
Rolls again to Bovis. Bovis right toward the wing. He now finds Listerine on the shot. Left save by Vasilevsky. Radish over again to Hedman. Deep to zone pass. Now Weston Calvis will fire that one around the net. Brandon Engels right toward the corner. Here's Zarelli. Shoots save by Bobrovsky. Over now to Radish. Radish now finds Calvis. He looks again to Victor Hedman. Hedman. Again to Hagel. Hagel. Stick lifted. Trying to get a rebound by Gonçalves. And a pass to Cirelli. Cirelli looks like it again at Gonçalves. Gonçalves shoots it for a redirection. This one stays out. Bobrovsky made a close call to try to save the puck in. Man, oh man, that was really like how big that is. This one really didn't think it was going to be that close in for the Lightning to score it in and get the lead. That one was really a wicked shot. There you go, right to the wing. Shoots. Stopped by Bobrovsky. Nearing the final 5 minutes in the third period. Both teams have 7. Who had a better take with this? I will now send it over again to Infamous Beast with the best play in game number 1. Well, as I say for now, this one was given over to Braden Point, and for some better reason is that this one is over to Nikita Kucherov. He's given up a nice effort. I say now that Victor Hedman has been really like giving all of his best energy. And for sometimes a better range as that, it's always great to do different. I have a really good take here for Nikita Kucherov as he's been standing in so well, a clean look. Let's see what happens with if he can get his own goal to try to kick it out. Back to you guys. Now as point, we'll send it over to Nikita Kucherov. We'll send it over to Radish. Radish. Kucherov fires it. Saved by Bobrovsky. Down to a final 5 minutes in the third period, presented by Discover. As Nikita Kucherov now finds Radish. Looks over to Gutzell. And that one broken to Che. Looks to Kucherov. Rodriguez takes it over, now finding it again to Bennett. Here's Rodriguez. Rodriguez loses control, now finding Gutzell. Now Schmidt takes his chance, now finding to Bennett. Bennett swipes from the board. McDonough takes the puck for steal. And over down to Ismail. Ismail moves in, saved by Bobrovsky. Balls on the outside again to McDonough. Over to Cernak. Shoots for deflection. Can't get it over. Ferguson is a mound. Goal! Rolls him to the wall. Good stop by Bobrovsky. He covers it in with only 4:12 remaining in the third. That is just impossible now. They really have to keep on moving things ahead, and they really couldn't stop it right at this instant. This is really a tightness game that we've really been looking for. 124/65 hits here for Florida. Now, as for Bennett, here's Kachuk. He rolls to Mikula. And on a send pass, Rodriguez looks over to Bennett. And he will stop that one. Hagel! Oh, he locked him down very hard. And a bit of revenge back. Alone! Here's Cirelli. Score! And now have struck in the lead. It's for Cirelli with 69 time of the goal. Now that's a sprint move. Lightning strikes back with Anthony Cirelli crushing right around the inner goaltender. That is just incredible. You see what happens on the outside of the court. Anthony Cirelli, he's been really like keeping on his track. Behind the middle net was really like a change-up, and now he really had it all. This is the best chance for anybody effort to keep things from going. Tampa Bay stuck in front with a 8-7 game nearing the 3-minute mark in the third. Now he rolls it over, and here's a chance for Verhage on a take-in, step in by Vasilevsky. He's around, sends a pass to Paul. Paul rolls right toward the wing as he sends to Hedman. Hedman cuts it in. He'll fire this one around the net, now finding again Ismail. Radish again to Paul. On a
On a cut motion. This one takes out. Here's Mikolas, sends to Berpegi.
Tampa Lightning goal!
On a changeover to the right wing. His mound takes
His
it back.
second goal of the playoffs.
He
2
finds the
goals
pass
in the
to Radius.
postseason. Score by number 71. Surelli.
Finds Kevin. Looks at it again.
Assisted by number 93,
And
James
off the pass. Stop by
Collins.
Borowski. Nearing the 3-minute mark in the third period, and they will try to do this one again
Anthony
for another
Surelli with his
face-off
second goal in the
between Florida
playoffs, 2
Panthers
goals in the
and Tampa Bay
postseason,
Lightning.
assisted by Gage Goncalves in the third period
Another
at
win for
16:09 in the playoffs.
Here's Kachuk. Kachuk right toward the wing. And this one gets caught up by Braden Point. Nikita Kucherov will send it over to Ryan McDonough. Ryan McDonough. Pass broken up. Forsling takes it over, now finding again to Matthew Kachuk. He rolls to Bennett. Then he rolls to Rodriguez. On his chance opportunity. Saved me by Vasilevsky. And he rolls back over again. Man, another penalty. That's going to be on Florida Panthers on a tripping. This is a bad idea. Looks like the Florida Panthers are definitely we are roughed up. We're not starting strong things in there, and we really have to be better at that point. Bring that high. That goes over to Point by the shot as he misses. Cernak rolls to McDonough. McDonough. Gutzel finds Cernak. On a shot chance. Rolls to Gutzel. On a chance and pass. Save. Kucherov trying to roll back in now. Cernak is right toward the outside of the zone. And you will find McDonough. Looks to Cernak. Here's a shot. And we'll glove it up for Bobrovsky. Under 2 minutes remaining in the third. This will be a cross-checking on Matthew Tkachuk.
Florida penalty, 2 minutes for cross-checking. Your Lightning are on the power play.
Florida Panthers getting snuck out. And this one will be a power play again for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Now the Lightning wins the face-off. He now finds
Florida penalty number 19. 2 minutes for cross-checking.
Seven
Penalty, 2:35 remaining in the third period.
right toward the other way.
That's a penalty on Matthew Tkachuk for Florida Panthers, number 19 on a cross-checking. Time of penalty, 2:35 remaining in the third period of the playoffs.
Past the 90-second mark in the third period. Schmidt's right toward the wing. Schmidt. Pass to Lundell. Lundell shoots it from corners. Good save by Vasilevsky. Vasilevsky's definitely one of the biggest heart supporters, and I really have to say now that the biggest goaltender he's really ever accommodating it for. I really see what's happening now, and he's really the best shade of the better effort. They all moves around, stopped by Bobrovsky.
1 minute remaining in the third period.
Lundell right toward wing. Trying to get the extra skater, and they go offside for Florida. Now they're ready for the next face-off. 5:30 over 4:30. Now is the win for Kolakov. You'll now send it to Reinhardt. Getting an extra skater on with only 45 seconds. Moser looks to Point. Point lost his stick. On back over again to Reinhardt. Empty extra skaters on. Glove stop by Vasilevsky. 34 seconds in the third period. He's looking like he was quick. Of course he is. If nothing happens, this really makes it what Lightning is definitely proud for. They really strike and bounding for the first round. This really makes it a chain-off start. Point, broken up. Here's a chance to Moser. Stopped by Vasilevsky. Just about 24 seconds in the third period. Only 33 seconds for the Lightning power play. And as the win, here's the take. On the shot, blocked it again. Vasilevsky pulls another save. And as Radius will set it from here. One more pass, and the Lightning are going to make the strike-in win for the first game of the night. Biggest of all, They're on a series 1-0 for Tampa Bay. Lightning strikes with a win 8-7. Now that's a big showdown that they have ever done. Yes, indeed.
And that's the end of the game.
Playing for
Final
all time.
score, Tampa Bay Lightning 8
win.
and the Florida Panthers
We
7.
always salute to the fans and to Thunderbug. This has been a dominant night. Well, that's it for now. Along with my broadcast partner with Infamous Beast and Fan, I'm Boogar saying thanks for watching for the first part of the game of the Stanley Cup playoffs of NHL 25. You've been watching this one here for the first game of the postseason. Stay tuned for the next games as it will be underway very soon. For now, we're out. Good night. Alright guys, thank you so much. Time for 3-star players of the game. Konkavas makes his first goal with 2 assists and 2 hits. He only made that one change up, no problem, to have that breakaway change. Then the 2nd-star player of the game goes to Carter Verhaeghe with 3 goals and 12 hits. With hat-trick goal, it never changes out. And the 1st-star player of the game really makes the Lightning finish on the strike and took it all. Anthony Cirelli with 2 goals, 3 assists, and 4 hits. This is what happens, but they don't really seem to care for. And now here's how they do with the total statistics. 81/70 total shots on goal for Tampa Bay Lightning. 132/68 for Florida Panthers. 1530/412 for the time on attack for the Lightning. And it was 89/85 for the Florida Panthers. 39/37 for the face-off wins. That's for Florida Panthers. Then it was given over with a 2-minute penalty kill was on Tampa Bay Lightning and only 12-minute penalty kill for the Florida Panthers. Then 3 power play goals were made for Tampa Bay and no power play goals for Florida. Only 2-minute penalty kill was that, and only 9:38 was their power play minute for Tampa Bay, and 2-minute was Florida. Well, folks, that's it for the first game, and I hope you all enjoyed for this one. And you're waiting for the next game. We've got the Avalanche facing against the Stars, recapping it from the first postseason of Season 1 and the second postseason of Season 2. We'll see what happens if their change-up has been put in for real. But right now, we're heading out of here. Peace out for a while as the NHL 25 Stanley Cup Playoffs dial. This is Son of Beast and Terry Crews signing out. See you all again for the next game.
If you don't, somebody will.